some fun and you're not, being streamed to the millions of people that are watching.
YouTube is live. YouTube is live.
Oh, you spoke too soon, Chris. Spoke too soon. All right, so does that mean we can start? Okay, let's start, everyone. And for those who are just joining us via YouTube or otherwise, welcome to the Commonwealth Neurotrauma Initiative Trust Fund Advisory Board meeting. This is David Seafew, the chair of the advisory board, who's welcome you to the beginning of this. Wanda, I think we can have the next slide. Whoever's doing the slides, thank you. The agenda is up, and I'm obviously welcoming everyone. I just did that. We are now going to look at moving to approval of the March 12, 2021 minutes. Before I say anything inappropriate or wrong, Chris, did we already approve these electronically?
No, what you need to ask is if there are any changes.
No, I know that. No, I know. Right. No, right.
If there are no changes, no motion. And so
No, I got that part. I just want to make sure I know. All right. So we see in front of us the minutes from March. You also should have received those electronically. May I ask if there are any changes or edits to the minutes? Hearing and seeing none, I will ask for a motion for approval.
You don't
ask for a motion for approval?
No.
Okay. Not hearing any, we'll vote on them. Is that the next thing? We don't do anything. Oh, okay.
If no changes to the meetings or the agenda, then they're just approved by consensus.
Okay, why not? So there are no edits or changes, so they're approved by consensus, obviously. We all knew that. Let's move to the next item then. Next item is adoption of the June 11, 2021 meeting agenda. We'll look at that now and see if there's any edits or updates to it. That should be the next slide, I imagine.
No, it's the current slide.
I'm looking at the agenda right here. That was silly of me. We're looking at the agenda right in front of us now. So are there any additions or edits? If not, let's approve it by consensus. Yes? Yes. See, I'm such a good learner. I'm like a rat in a maze. Okay. All right. Now we'll go to the next item, which is public comment. And we'll see if there are any.
There were none submitted.
Okay, none submitted. I don't hear any. We'll now move to the next item, which is our financial report. And Wanda Allen, our CNI Trust Fund Program Specialist, will update us. Wanda, to you.
Thank you, Dr. Seafew. First, I'll give you an overview of what's been going on over the past year. So revenue, well, just year to date. July 2020 to April 2021. Revenue is $583,913.93. Interest received since July is $17,098.39. So total revenue year to date is $601,012.32. Total expenditures, including grants, admin, and DMV, year to date is $580,860.95. That leaves the total year to date balance of $20,151.37. The cash balance as of 7/1/2020 was $2,836,554. Year to date revenue minus year to date expenditures leaves a cash balance of $2,856,705. Revenue average is currently $60,101, which is an increase from 3 months ago of $7,087. And 1 year ago, the average was $71,276. So now I'll go over just quarterly numbers for the past 3 months. Grants paid out $181,554. DARS admin expenses $450. Just a side note, DARS admin expenses come out in June, so that will be more added at that time. So total expenses over the past 3 months was $182,004. Revenue received over the 3 months, 212,730, with interest 4,343. So the total revenue was 217,073. And revenue minus expenditures just for the quarter, 35,069. Any questions?
Doesn't sound like any, Wanda. Thank you.
Very good.
All right, Wanda, am I next on the agenda? Let's see. Well, yes.
So it's
I'm
all
going to
me.
reintroduce Wanda Allen, who's going to now give us the RFP update. Wanda, back to you.
Okay, back to me. All right. So we'll start with the research RFP 22009. It closed on 4/21/2021. I'm going back in time to 19 something. Oh, I'm sorry about that. We received 9 proposals by 3 different entities, and they were sent out to the reviewers in mid-May. So Dr. Lou, Alan Lewis, and Don McCreary received them. Unfortunately, 2 of the reviewers wanted paper copies. They were having difficulty with the electronic copies, so I had them shipped out to them, so they needed more time. And I have requested that all reviews be sent in by the end of June, and they all 3 agreed that that was enough time. So once this step is completed, the board will need to call a special session, hopefully mid to late July, to score and discuss the negotiations. Current board members can be on the scoring committee. If they start, however, they will need to continue the process until the end of the process. New board members appointed after the review process has started will not be able to join. Any questions on that part?
Oh,
All right. Moving on, next item is the release date for the services RFP, which we all agreed on last time. So the services RFP has been updated and I have submitted to purchasing. They are looking at a release date sometime in September. Once that is done, the process from closing until awarding is approximately 6 months, which puts the award date sometime March to April 2022. Any questions on that?
nope.
Oh, moving right along. All right. Next is, I think Chris is going to discuss an update on ACL TBI federal grant.
Okay, to Chris Miller now. Chris, you're on mute.
My apologies, my screen wouldn't show me how to unmute. Maybe that was a sign or a signal, I'm not sure. But anyway, just wanted to let you know at your last meeting, you very graciously approved making 2 grants over the 5 years of the federal TBI funding that we're anticipating getting word on sometime soon. And I just wanted to show you that based on the application that we submitted, these would be the 2 projects that would receive CNI funding. The first is for years 1, 2, and 3 to provide $130,000 in each of those years so that we could expand Virginia's no wrong door system to have a bigger footprint related to brain injury. If you're not familiar with the no wrong door system, it's a database that allows consumers, family members, interested people to go and to find resources relating to aging and disability. So as part of that, they would be enrolling all of our programs, making sure that they have a strong identity and are easily accessed. And they would also then have both the service providers and the consumers would have access to a variety of the really interesting tools that are a part of No Wrong Door. That includes options counseling, which is helping people identify benefits. No Wrong Door Connect, which in this case would give people the opportunity to make an immediate self-referral for a consultation with the Brain Injury Association of Virginia. It allows consumers to self-direct and make a direct referral to a provider. And we would be looking at piloting through either the area agencies on aging or other no wrong door organizations to screen for brain injury at intake. One of the nice things that I think also comes out of this project being funded by the CNI is the rich data that it has and its strong data analysis tools that will provide both the CNI and DARS with a lot of good data about demographics, service gaps, and what services are being accessed. And then in years 4 and 5, and the CNI has been a funder of this type of activity before, the CNI grant would allow 2 staff at JMU to conduct a very thorough and consumer-directed needs and resources assessment for Virginia that would then be used to help us to develop programs going forward, as well as provide information for our next federal grant in 5 years. So thank you very much for that. And do you have any questions about the proposed funding that CNI will be providing as match for our federal grant?
This is Kathy Hayfield, DARS. I think it looks like a great proposal and really excited that CNI has the opportunity to provide the matching dollars. Thank you for the overview, Chris.
Thank you all for your support. Before we move on, Wanda, I'm going to take you back to one thing related to the research RFP.
Okay.
And did we need to talk about scheduling follow-up meetings for the screening?
Well, I let them know that there would be the meeting in July. There would need to be something scheduled, but
Okay.
nothing after that so far.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you, Wanda. All right, we'll move to the next point on the agenda. And that is CNI grantees update. We'll turn back to Wanda Allen. Wanda, back to you.
So one quick thing before we go on any farther, it's been made to my attention that we did not do a roll call for attendance at this meeting. So better late than never. I'm going to do that now. So when I call your name, unmute and let me know if you're here or not. And let me get a list. Here we go. So we'll start with Heather Board. I believe she is not in attendance. David Seafew.
I'm here in body only, but yes, I'm here.
Rennie Delaney. Scott Dickens.
I'm here.
Very good. Kathy Hayfield.
I am here. Thank you.
David Reed. Patrick Sandus.
I'm here.
Yes, Chris Miller.
Here,
Donna Cantrell.
I'm here.
Marsha Dubois.
I'm here.
Carolyn Turner.
I'm here.
All right, that should be everyone. If I missed your name, I'm sorry.
Wanda, before you go on, can I just note one thing?
Yes.
We always have Joyce McCune from DARS IT here to help us to manage things. And today we have the wonderful voice of and tech support from Rick Sizemore of the Wilson Rehabilitation Center. So thank you both, Joyce and Rick, for being here to support us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, guys. All right, that being done, we'll move on to the CNI grant updates. I'll start with McGuire Research, Dr. Gitchell's research project has wrapped up, and the final report is due any minute now. As far as the grants that are currently ongoing for services, back in July 2020, the board gave each grantee the opportunity to use a 3-month no-cost extension at the end of their contracts if needed. No-cost extension timeframe would be August 1st to October 31st, 2021. And I've heard from all the grantees, and they will be taking advantage of this 3 months. I have informed each of them that if time is needed after the 3-month extension, it would need to be formally requested by them, and the board would need to approve. Ask them to prepare their justifications for extension past the original 3 months, and have submit to me before the advisory board meeting scheduled in September. That being said, VCU SCI outreach currently in 3rd and final year, ending 7/31/2021, with the 3-month no cost extension from August 1st to October 31st. That's the same for VCU Dr. Grow Project Achieve. The same for VCU PI Armstrong Enhancing Parenting Skills. And also Brain Injury Connections, Shenandoah Valley Pediatric Case Management. And that wraps up the 4 for the no cost extension, that their contracts are going to be up the end of July, and the no cost extension will take place. And all of them have pretty much let me know that they will be submitting a request for additional time, except for Brain Injury Connections of the Shenandoah Valley. They're not going to need any more time, is what they told me. And so United Spinal peer mentoring is still going on. It's currently in its 3rd and final year, ending January 2022. VCU TBI partnership grant cash match currently in 3rd and final year, and that's ending 9/30/21. And CBS Jason Young evaluating BI clubhouses is complete. That's all I have. Any questions on any of that information?
Thank you, Wanda.
I think that does it.
I was just gonna do this. I'm glad you reminded me, though. I actually was. Obviously, everybody on this board is doing it for a range of reasons, and they're all valuable members of this process. I'd like to acknowledge two of our volunteer members who are important parts of the disability community and important parts of the CNI Trust advisory group. So we want to recognize Scott Dickens and Dr. Patrick Sandez for their service to the Advisory Trust Fund. Their tenure is coming to an end. There is a little asterisk that we are looking for volunteers to replace them, so their large shoes and everything else. If there are no replacements, we will invite them to continue if they wish to. And so we will ask them, at least for the time being, to be part of the continuing process if they're able, implying the next meeting in July that was mentioned, while we're identifying if there are any volunteers. So I won't put you on the spot now. If there's some reason you can't, you can let us know. But we certainly want to recognize the great work you've done, the contributions you've made, and I'm sure we'll continue to make to the disability community. So there is some sort of a reaction we can clap, but I'll do an actual clap. Thank you, gentlemen, for being part of this great team. Really appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Since we have a moment, would either of you like to say anything? You don't have to, but otherwise we'll turn it back to Wanda. There's my clap. Okay. Thank you, gentlemen. Wanda, if we can go back to the agenda, I believe that's the end of the elements. Before I adjourn, I'll see if there are any other things we've missed or any comments that folks would like to make that are relevant to this group.
Okay.
Hearing none, I'll just eyeball Wanda, Chris, and Kathy and make sure there's no unfinished business we want to continue. They've smiled back at me. Right.
Wanda, did you want to show the plaques that will go to Scott and Patrick?
I didn't want to put you on the spot in case you didn't have them right there. Actually, you could just take any plaque off the wall and pretend it's it, because then
All right, hold on just a sec.
I have a plaque. I'll hold it up.
She has them.
You know, we're so easy, you could just like point to something on the other side of the room, we'd probably be fine. Oh, look at that.
Oh, very nice.
This isn't it, but
Very
this,
nice.
Thank you guys.
I'll be
Very
sending them out in the mail to you.
Aw, thank you guys.
Thank you for all your time and commitment.
very
Well,
important.
if you don't find other volunteers, I'm happy to stick around, assuming you guys want me to.
We have to- except for
Board-
that.
Most boards that I'm on will find some way to dismiss me sooner or later, so I totally get it.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Patrick. Okay, hearing of no other business at this time, I want to thank folks for being part of this meeting today and part of the process, and we will continue to stay connected with you, linked in with you, and begin planning the next meeting and the follow-up. So thank you all for being part of it, and have a terrific day, and hope the sun comes out for the tennis. tournament.
Right, right.
Take care, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you all.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everyone.
Bye.
Wanda, we done?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, if Rick can hear us, Rick, we are done. I believe when Wanda shut down the meeting, it'll shut down the YouTube. And Donna, I'd like to get with you today once you out of the meeting.
Joyce, we can do it now if you want to.
Okay, live is on right now, so let
Right.
me ask Rick to go ahead and shut down the live real quick. Hold on. Oh, just 1 second. Just 1 second. Wanda,
Yes,
can
ma'am.
you give Rick the host so he can shut down live from YouTube? He's getting ready to stop the live